Hello, 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 and welcome back to another round of 30-minute chess. We're just going to get through the opening real quick. And then we can talk about the state of the board afterward. I have to admit, I'm not really sure what my opponent is playing here. It's not something I've seen a lot of. I don't know if it's like something people actually play or if this is just an effect of two people with like a low to medium rank playing against one another. Oh, and I fixed the script that displays what song's playing. Hopefully it works when I tested it. We'll see if it keeps on working as soon as the song's over. Well. Um, I think I'm going to keep it simple for now. That is also reactive in a way, because he moved his knight here, and I moved my pawn here, so I'm blocking it from moving in further. He's pushing both his rook pawns, but one space each. I've certainly never seen this one, I think. I think I'm going to move the knight here. He's not protected his own bishop here yet. So maybe that's a target for the future. Okay. Also, because I moved this out, this one is unprotected right now. And I theoretically would have an open line to put him into check right now. But I don't see any point in that right now, because it would just allow him to move his knight back into safety. I think I'm going to take with this. So last time we had some problems with time, but I think we're managing decently well here this time. He's down like almost half a minute. I'm not sure what the pawn pushing is about. Like maybe he wants to anchor himself so he can attack the queen. Just going to pull it back in here. That still gives us this whole diagonal to watch while we are basically not attackable for now. And if we move this out here, we can castle and are in a really good spot, I think. In general, I think his board looks fairly fractured overall. Like, this line especially, the way they are apart, and then this pattern here. Whereas we have this solid connected line. Going to put this here, attacking this, forcing him to either take it, or I will retake with the queen, or to dodge back here basically. I can actually pre-move this if he is going to take it. Just saving a few seconds. What a pre-move is I can already input what I want to do next, and especially in situations where the move can only happen if he does a very specific move, then yeah, it's just good to save time. Like, pre-moving a pawn push would most often probably not be a good idea, because he could have done any move, and I would never really be sure what his initial move would have been. So yeah. But in this case, the only way I can move my queen here, where the bishop was earlier, is if he took it with this. So this conditional move only, so this becomes a conditional move more or less, meaning that it will only happen in one scenario. So now we've castled on opposite sides, which usually turns into a fairly aggressive game. If he moves his queen out of the way from here, like he needs some figure to protect this pawn, because I'm currently having my sights on it. And if I were to, I don't know, if we were to do this, then I would look at this pawn with the queen, and it would be protected by my bishop, which would be checkmate once he removes, if he were to remove his queen. Right now he pushed his pawn, probably trying to allow himself to move with the knight. In general, his position is not that great right now, because his bishop is blocked in and his knight was blocked in until a second ago as well. Whereas we are one move away from connecting our rooks. We already have our bishop in a good position, and our queen is out on the field as well. I think what I'm going to do is move the knight, then push the pawn, so I have 2 defenders for it. Not that I would need them, but you know. But actually, this is not a great position for the knight because these moves are blocked for him. Due to being protected by him. And he's not defended by anything other than the queen either, so once we move out with her, the knight is unprotected. But he is quick to go wherever he would need to. Like, it's unlikely that he's going to do anything on this side of the board, but in theory, we could move there. I should actually just push the pawn through and then follow up with this one, destroying his pawns and opening up this side for an attack. Okay, so he's opened this line for his bishop. So I have basically 2 options here, and I'm going to think about them because I have 1.5 minutes up on my enemy. I could go for basically this, and this, which is still protected, and threaten this. Or I could just put the tension here right away. He might ignore it, but we'll see. Like, especially because he has this in position. If I were to take this, he could replace it. What I just did is leave this field, this spot unprotected. So he could move in here and threaten the knight. Not that it would be a very good move, but he has the option. Okay. He's moved the horse in as another defender as well. The knight, sorry. Actually, what I could do is move the rook here. And once whatever is going to happen here is going to happen, I actually have an attack set up here that wouldn't be a checkmate because of the queen, but that would win me his queen if he doesn't play it well. I'm going to go for it. So his ways to counter that would be to put some form of some piece on that diagonal, or on this line here. All in all, I think my attack here is fairly decent. Okay, he is attacking my horse. My knight, I'm sorry. And not much else. But I think like none of this is even a check. So it doesn't even give him initiative. He sacrifices anything. And the queen is free to take it back here. So I think I'm just going to go ahead with this. Maybe he wants to move the knight in here. So I take a pawn. He blocks. But that would give me another pawn. While he gains nothing. He probably will take with the queen. And that would put me up 2 pawns. And it would leave him yeah, I didn't think this through. And at least not 100%. But I'm not sure he did either. Because I can now get the queen. But he will get the rook. But I think robbing him of his queen... Wait... I'm not good at thinking things through. I will lose both of these for the queen. And he... Yeah, I have to take... I have to take this now. I can't allow him. And he's maybe just going to move this one spot forward. Yeah, so the problem I don't think I explained very well there, is that once he moves in here, he takes the knight and the rook. Wait. I still think this is worth it. Yeah, basically I didn't want to gift him the rook for free. And I thought he was going to stop this, but it doesn't look like it. So his 2 options are basically moving the king out of the way, which would leave me to take his queen, or to take the rook and let me take it. And then he will take it with the king. So one way or another, I'm trading these 2 pieces for his queen. And earlier I thought I was just trading the rook, but no, I'm trading 2 pieces. But yeah, he's going to be left with 2 rooks and a bishop, while I'm left with my queen, a rook, and yeah, my pawn formation. But his king will be left in a position where I can immediately move to attack it. could also do a queen move, but I think the rook on the open file makes more sense. I could move here, but he was going to, I don't know, put it here, put his bishop here, and connect his rooks, which would negate this attack. It's not an attack. It's not either. This one I was talking about. So yeah, what I'm going to do... What I'm going to do is... I think I'm going... I don't think she's bad in this position. I could also open up this, which would allow me another check. I think that might actually be the better move. Opening up the middle. Long term it might not be good because he has 2 rooks and I only have 1. So he can control 2 files long term, while I can only ever have 1. I think there are a lot of problems with what I just did. Nah, it's fine, maybe. But yeah, let's just put him in check. And then I could move in here. The good thing is that while these are not protected by anything, they are not open to any attacks from the rooks, because they would have to maneuver outwardly. Let me just map out everything he's protecting here. Which would leave me with these 3 options basically to move towards. This pawn here is also unprotected. These are both unprotected, yeah, so I think I'm going to move here to make a double attack on these 2. I don't think I need to worry much about defense. At least I don't see any one-turn attacks that he can pull off. we've gone back to equal on time. And I'm currently 1 pawn up. 1 point up. I have 3 pawns. He has 3 pawns. But yeah, we talked about this. He has 2 rooks and bishop, while I have 1 rook and my queen. Actually, I'm not sure. I think 2 rooks and a bishop might be stronger than a queen and a rook. But I think that comes down to execution. And again, I'm not a high-level player, he's not a high-level player. So I think the control that queen gives puts me in a bit of a better position. Considering how bad his board state was a while ago, like around here, how caged in all of his pieces were, that I only managed to trade his queen and get 1 point up is actually a bit... I don't think it was optimal. Okay. He's attacking this. But he's leaving this unprotected, more importantly. He might move this next. But I can... yeah, I see, I think I see. He can always just move this and cover. So one possible sequence would be 1, 2, ignoring the threat to this one. But that would allow me to check him. But he's got this line locked down with his double rooks. I think I'm going to go for it. The spots that are open to him on this diagonal, let's do it the other way around. The spots that I'm currently attacking on this diagonal are this one with a rook, these 2 with a queen, this one with this pawn, and so he could move here, yeah, and attack my rook, while also putting this in a position that is protected, but at the same time it's cutting off his attack. Thing is, I could just push this one up. I could not. Well, I could, but then he would take this. That would put me in a losing position, which is not great. And yeah, he stayed on the diagonal, so he's covering this spot, so I can't put him in check. To put him in check, I would need to move to either of these spots, but all of them are protected by him. thing that I'm wondering about at the moment is where to position my pieces. I think the rook doesn't need to be protected as long as he is on a white spot, because his rook can't attack my rook without giving me the option to attack it first. But he might actually do that. He might... If we were both to lose a rook, I would be left with just the queen while he would have the rook and his bishop. Yeah, so this is bad. And I'm down a minute because I don't know how to deal with this. He might still do this because it's protected by this, and that would open this immediately. Actually, maybe not. Because he doesn't gain much from this being open, I think. If he were to pull this, I could just do this, and he couldn't take because it's protected by the rook now. I'm currently up 2 points. Okay, so much for my Spotify script working. I already had the suspicion earlier, but I just checked again, looking over once the track changed, and well, I'll get it to work at some point. What am I going to do next? I don't think I have the initiative in this game right now. I can't attack him. Okay. As I said, I don't think this is a great move for him. So maybe this is lucky for me. I mean, yeah, by getting that out of the way, he did gain direct access to this and is caging me in. But that's not... I don't know. It's not game winning, I think. We'll see. I've been wrong before. Okay, he's opening... Ah, right, because he got this out of the way. He opened this up. And that's actually looking not good. My best course of action might be moving this up to open this up. I think I'm going to do it. I should maybe have taken more time to think about things, because I don't think I'm quite seeing what he's trying to do just yet. But at the same time, that didn't look like there were a ton of options. We could go into a draw here. He would continue to chase me back and forth. That would be a draw by repetition. If I didn't want to do that, then I would most likely have to move here. And if I moved here, he moved here, well, he can't. I'm going to move here. In theory, if he moved here, and then here, that would be checkmate, but this is protected. I'm not really sure what he's trying to do. And if he basically lost this diagonal, which I don't think is very good for him, because he can't move back into the diagonal without being shredded by my rook. Okay. Yeah. It kind of works. Let's be realistic here. I put him into check. He moves here. I can take this. He moves here. I move here. And here. And I don't think he can do anything. Wait. Once I'm up here, I can't move to this diagonal. But as soon as my queen is here, he cannot move either one of those rooks down, because he would lose the other, and it would put him in check. I think my queen there is basically a gun to his head. And my strategy could next be to try and push one of these to become another queen. He's using up a lot of time for this. I mean, sure, he's probably laying groundwork for his plans for the next few moves and not just this one. But this one basically boils down to, since this is defended and this is attacked, yeah. I think this is good. What if I just put this here? Two attackers on the rook. If he wants to take it... Okay, no, if he wants to take it, I put him into check, meaning he can't move this one, and I take it. If... His other option would be to move this out of the way somewhere. And that would nullify his whole attack here. And it would more importantly prevent him from going back here. I think that's a move. And more importantly, I can just, if he does anything else, I can just take the tower, he would have to retake, and I would rid him of all and I would rid him of all of his rooks. And we're at least 2 minutes up by the time he decides, I think. Maybe more. Because it looks like he might be losing at this point. Again, I just explained what happens if he takes this, which is a disaster. And if he were to move, I don't know, anything else. Like even this, I don't know, he has nothing to gain here, but I would just take this. Maybe even take it with this. And that would leave him... I think this might be his best option, now that I think about it. He's attacking the queen, and he removed himself from that attack. But I think... Okay, yeah. Ah, okay, yeah. That's smart. That's smart as well. I think I need to move my king here, so that when he eventually comes crashing down, I can just defend with this. And I think this might actually be the most important move I've got available. Because otherwise, if he crashes down here, I can't move up. I would have to pull... Wait, yeah. No. I would have to defend with this, and he could just take it, because my king's too far away. So, yeah. And you can't attack me with this, because I would just take it. I'm still not entirely sure if the audio is all fine, because I just looked over a second after I've been talking and it looked like what I said wasn't picked up. I hope that's not the case. I think I was mumbling to myself and therefore I got too quiet and then the gate kicked in. Okay, so we're up. Oh, okay. Where do I want to move from here? This spot would be great, because I would put an attack on both again. I think I'm going to probably do it like this. No, like this. So I still have him and my aims. If he were to crash down here, that I would threaten him. How would that play out actually? I think I need to calculate that. I do this, he does this, I do this, he does this, I do this, and it's his move. So yeah, it doesn't actually matter that I'm trying to attack, because I have to retake after he does something. In that case, he... These are the two spots from which he would attack with this one, if the other one were lost. But actually he can't attack here, so I should attack this. So here. After all. He wouldn't attack from here, because that white spot he can never defend with a second piece, so it's never a good attack for him, because the king can just defend himself there. He would want the long range attack, and I'm denying it to him with this. And that's several moves down the line, of course, and might not even happen. If he does this for much longer, he's going to get into time trouble. Also, I'm curious, why the hell is the Spotify script always working when I test it, but stops working as soon as I start the stream? Four minutes to go for him. I think from this point onward I really need to think through what I'm doing, so I don't accidentally give the game away once more. Since I'm putting pressure on this space, he might want to go back to... Okay, this is happening. Okay. Yeah, that's also an option. Interesting, interesting. So the reason I can't take this rook is because it's defended. But I could just move here. This is what I wanted to do anyway, right? Right. Go. Where was my rook before this? Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I think the rook is... I think he did me a favor, more or less. He might pull this rook down with him here. No, I don't think that's a great idea. Okay, So yeah, we're basically back to where we were. And I think I'm going to push the pawn. Was there any reason I needed to go here at any point? It's fine. It's fine, he says after saying a few minutes prior that he needed to think everything through in detail from now on. But yeah, most importantly, I'm now again in a position where I attack both of these, so he can't move one without losing the other. And he's down to 2 minutes. And I don't think it was... I can continue this. I can move here. And his attacks aren't doing anything, right? Is he going to go for a repetition? He's taking... He can't take this. I would take rook. What's this about? Stopping me from pushing? I have 5 minutes. I can think this through. What can I do? What can I do with the rook? I think I'm going to keep the queen here, without a doubt. Why did I move this here? What's his plan? Just blocking? Push this here, so it's on a white spot. And then push this here. Nah, not ideal. You have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, it's not terrible. So a pawn move I made here is just a stand-in for any move he might make, by the way. What? I don't know. Breathe and think. This is protected. I think I can just move my queen here. Attack these two. He can take that if he wants. I'm taking it back. And he has 2 pieces that are both still under attack from my queen. Is that right? Is there anything I'm not seeing here? Once again, he cannot... okay. I mean, does that matter? I mean, he moved this out of the way. That's certainly true. So I'm just attacking this one now. Both of these are defended, and they are on white. So he has no chance to do anything. I can just put him in check and then take afterward. And now I can push... Okay, he resigned. Ah, good game, good game. Didn't lose as badly. Well, I don't think I messed up as badly as last time. One blunder was apparently part of it, but at least I didn't miss anything. And yeah, 3 mistakes. I guess it's fine. I don't think I have much else to say about this game, so yeah. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.